And now, live from Pod Cabin in Burbank, California, it's the Allison Rosen is your new best friend show. Tonight, Allison welcomes a guest. He's a writer of the Apple TV show Central Park and co-host of the podcast 9 Chickweed Rage. It's Jeff Drake. And she's an actress who's appeared in Wreck, Superbad, and Bob's Burgers, and is co-host of 9 Chickweed Rage. It's Brooke Dillman. Tone Zone is here to tell the long, strange story of how the Big Beautiful Bill was initially going to be called the Big Beautiful Tony. I'm her husband, Daniel, saying hop on board the Love Bus and say hello to your new best friend, Allison Rosen.
Allison Rosen, Allison Rosen is your new best friend. Allison, with her the good times never end. Allison Rosen, doing the wavy pencil dance again. Allison Rosen, Allison's your new best friend.
Hello, my little cheese and tomato sandwiches. Welcome to another exciting episode of Allison Rosen is your new best friend. That particular delicious carbohydrate was sent in on Patreon by Sam Randall. Yes, I am on Patreon. All sorts of fun stuff over there. Friend Zones, that is my bonus Patreon podcast. There's a level where I text everyone and update every day. And you can also text me and I'll text you back. And it's just a lot of fun. And it's also very gossipy. It's stuff that has to be behind a paywall. It has to be legally. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen. If you sign up for a year, if you do the annual subscription, you get 2 months free.
That's a good deal.
Also, I have been plugging Substack all year, longer than all year, really. But I had a secret, much like my favorite show, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, which I've been trying to force everyone to discuss. I had a little secret, which is I hadn't been writing regularly. But I like to think there was enough back content that people could, get in and catch up. But anyway, I got back to it. I'm back. And I feel like I'm better than ever, which is a cliche I invented, back and better than ever. You guys run with it. So Substack, go, girl. AllisonRosen.substack.com. Okay. I'm so excited to be back in the studio with other human beings. Please welcome to the show, Brooke Dillman.
Hi, everybody.
Returning. Hello. She's back. Jeff Drake, hello.
Hi.
Wonderful to see you.
It's nice to see you. Nice to be back.
Daniel Quantz, hello.
Hi.
It's been not very long since I haven't seen. Well, I've seen you a lot lately.
Not enough time goes by.
Some would say, but it's wonderful to see you again.
Now, can we reveal now where we actually were? We told everyone we were in Hawaii.
Where were we really?
We were in Venice at the wedding.
Of Jeff and the new one?
And Sanchez.
What was going on
Former
with her weight?
Yeah.
Wait, is that Lauren? No, what's her name?
Lauren.
Oh, yeah.
She was cinched in that. It looked weird. It looked like a mermaid.
Fabulous.
Oh, she was okay.
Yeah.
Was she mother?
What is that? Is mother like slang that I should know?
It's slang that you use to describe Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Oh my God. Mean? Do you have the drop, Tony? Hi, Tony.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I think I was thrown there because that's not what he says.
Oh, what does he say?
Let's see, where is it?
Yeah.
I believe he calls her a queen.
Oh. That's different.
I do think it does ring a bell that they call her that.
On it.
I know. I may have said
feel
it.
Like you call any queen mother. It's a thing.
Well, listen, I'm not consistent.
Look, I'm going to text my therapist about
I'm confused. Let me touch your feet. Here's my thing. Are we talking about Lauren Sanchez or Taylor Swift
who knows
mother?
Anymore?
Anyone.
Or is mother.
Any queenly icon, I believe we refer to as mother. She was
I don't
Mother
think so.
8.
See, I don't think that's it. I think only Taylor is mother.
I don't think so.
I don't understand. Is that
Queen Mom?
Is it like saying like from the swingers era money? Is it like used like that? She's money. She's mother.
I don't think it's an adjective.
I've only heard Taylor's fan base use it, and I think it's mother. Like she is the
mother.
We need to talk to Malls.
She's the mother of all.
She's the mother of it all. She's the
Lauren
one that
Sanchez
gave birth
is
to this
too.
whole...
Let's
I
hear
don't think
the-
that's true.
No,
I really don't
think
that's
so.
true.
Let's hear the drop.
Oh, she is such a queen.
God damn it. I swear your speech involved calling her mother.
It may have,
I mean,
but it's just not drop worthy, honey.
Again,
it's-
do we need to step out while you
and if
guys
it's
settle?
not drop
maybe.
worthy, then we don't remember it. That's the problem. Listeners, let us know. Okay. Hi, Tony. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Slap my butt, do a little grind.
Okay, some light swinging. It's going to happen.
That's some lights.
Yeah. Okay. So to continue where we left off.
Is what it's soft swinging.
Soft swinging.
Soft
We
swinging.
both got it wrong.
We did.
Listen, Tony.
Shocked by this news.
I got to tell you what's going on.
Thank you.
I got to tell everyone. Okay, so you're back now after having been gone for
Yeah.
both a tour and some horrible life events.
Yeah.
And I am feeling like I want to say, how are you doing? Do you want to tell us what's up? At the same time, I don't want to put you on the spot because before the show, I did not have a chance to say how much do you want to talk about stuff. So I am going to jump into filling Jeff and Brooke in on Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
That's fine.
While you prepare your answer that will
Wow.
come from the heart.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So here's the deal. There were
Should we
some,
put a time code in so people can know when to skip forward if they don't care?
just the whole episode. Not really. No,
Should we just sit in silence for an hour?
Yes, I would love that.
It's like a suddenly this podcast becomes a meditation app.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now, whatever thoughts come, acknowledge them, and then let them go and return to focusing on your breathing.
I'm sorry, I can't let this one thought go. Your cheese and tomato sandwich.
Oh, yeah.
Is it cold or hot? I've never heard of this.
Oh, you haven't?
I don't know what a cheese and tomato sandwich is. And so I was like, is this a grilled type deal?
It could be, but it could also just be a nice, fresh, if it's a fresh tomato, and maybe some fresh mozzarella.
On just
Good praise.
raw bread?
No, you cook the bread so that it's edible.
You mean like bread versus
Well,
versus
just bread
toast?
out of the bag.
Not just
Raw
dough.
bread.
Well, I mean bread out of the bag. It's not like
Raw bread.
raw bread.
Yes. Could I get my hamburger on a raw bun, please?
But that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, I would
bun
want
is
it to be
not
on toast.
grilled or so you don't want it on toast.
No, I do. I would
do
want
want
it to be on toast.
Toast
I
is
think.
the second cooking of a bread.
It's like
been
refried
fully
bread.
cooked.
I get you.
Now,
I
if
see
you
what
ask
you
for
mean. I
twice
see what
cooked
you
bread, does that mean just toast?
Yeah.
Twice cooked bread.
Yeah. I mean, it is, yeah.
Okay, we do have a thing about toaster ovens and toasters.
My God, what is it? Because I kind of have a thing too.
He's like won't even talk about a toaster. Like it's like people who use toasters. He basically thinks you're stupid
Because you could just have a toaster oven and that does it all for you.
No, I just feel like it's like slot toasters are beautiful. Like I would collect them because like historically they're these nice looking things.
Toaster use,
But why like there is no situation in which I would be like, you know what, a slot toaster is better than a toaster oven.
Well, if you didn't have a toaster oven.
If
that's
I
the
didn't have
situation.
any other way to toast it, I mean, other than an oven,
Right.
You could always do it that way. But
That's
yes.
a fool's game.
Well, I mean, you're heating up a large.
It's a
space
lot,
for
yeah.
A small,
Right.
But if you like, you're like, well, and this
Right.
we're going into the sun anyway.
And Brooke, you disagree.
Well, I do. It takes up a lot of room. Also, I have to say something. I think he's in love with his toaster oven. I mean, the way he talks about this toaster oven is insane, and I think Wendy
It's
should be worried.
it's a very dumb toast. It's a fancy Japanese toaster. It's called Bermuda
oven.
the toaster.
Bermuda,
But wait,
the
it's a toaster oven, and they call it the toaster.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm already furious.
Let me-
I'm so angry.
Hold on, let me double check that.
It's not a toaster.
You're right.
It's a toaster oven.
Yeah. Stay in your own lane, Bermuda.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says.
Your lover.
No, it just says Bermuda the toaster. Here's the trick about the Bermuda. Okay,
The trick.
it's very.
He's not kidding.
No, I'm not. I came across it online believe it was. Do you know Dave Holmes?
Yes,
at all?
we've had him on the show.
Dave is lovely. I met. I have a long history with Dave Holmes. Anyway, great guy. He was like, I got this new toaster and it's ridiculous. And he started talking about it. And so I looked it up and I was like, and it was coming close to, I think, my birthday. And I was like, and Wendy was like, is there anything that you want for your birthday? I was like, look, I know this is very stupid and it's expensive.
Like, how much are we talking?
Well, let's see what it is right now.
$6.99.
It's insane. It's
when
when you could just have a toaster and put it in the slot. And
Okay, that is expensive.
Wait, and this is a toaster oven.
This is a toaster oven.
Daniel's
Yeah,
buying
I'm all
it
about
right after the
toaster
show
ovens. I
because
love it.
this is
Here's the
actually a
thing.
little bit of a thing in our
it's
relationship.
it's
Is
very
there a child
nice.
in our yard?
No, it's Tony's water's being delivered.
Oh,
oh my
Tony's
gosh.
water.
water flying in. Tony's water flying in.
I like
for
it.
his big speech about what he did.
I asked Daniel if he could grab
Thank you.
a bottle of water for you because I didn't know if you needed one.
Thank you.
I like
I
anything.
love-
I'll tip her later.
I love this service. Your mom has to move in.
I'm trying to get her to leave her life in
the-
Tucson.
No, my-
Things that happen when your mom is here. All the laundry is done like faster than you can even dirty it.
Yeah.
All the dishes are done all the time.
House is
Children are
clean.
happier. Yeah, things are much cleaner.
It's just
There's no downside for us. I don't know how she feels about it, but this is great.
yeah. It's,
she seems very happy. And I will tell you, my mom lives in our guest house.
Oh my gosh. It can be
Magical.
done.
You're right with the laundry. We don't dust anymore.
No.
No,
We
it's
don't-
great.
I mean, we are so organized. I'm such a disorganized person, but
Same.
she keeps us organized.
Mm-hmm.
She keeps things moving. And
The plants are alive.
The plants are alive.
All I do at this point is feed the dogs.
well, but
the
that's
fish,
all you
and the
did
turtle.
before.
I
It's
fed our
just-
children sometimes.
I mean, you know.
They look great. Just
They're
audience,
thriving.
just know that they are.
Let's
okay.
get back to toasters.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry because you want this. Is your birthday?
Well,
coming up?
here's the thing.
Yes, it is,
Okay, we
actually.
had a toaster oven, and then it died. Right? What happened to our toaster oven?
I feel like we've had a series of dead toaster ovens.
It died.
Eventually, they died.
and then this is limited counter space, and we got we had to get a new air fryer too around the same time, or maybe I'm compressing time.
We
Who-
didn't
who
have
knows?
to. We wanted to.
Well, whatever. We got it. We got an air fryer, but there was like this feeling of like there's not enough space for a toaster oven. Do we use a toaster, whatever? And so I've been having to make toast in an air fryer. And let me tell you.
What you're saying? You left out a part. We had a combination
Yes.
air fryer toaster oven.
Oh, is that
this
right?
thing did it all,
Ah,
and then it died.
And then right,
and
that's
then
what
we just instead of having
You were
the air.
asking it to do too much.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
I think so. It
See,
died
he
from
caressed
the
you.
it died under the weight of the expectations.
Well, it lasted very short amount of time. We were like, well, let's just get a dedicated air fryer. Probably last longer.
So we got one that has the pull out,
But then
like the slot.
that means you have to
instead
have a
of-
separate thing for a toaster. And I was
How
thinking,
do you toast in the air fryer, though? I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah.
You look like you want to kill me.
that's okay. No, you put the bread in,
Yeah.
and then you turn it on.
That's
What
never
is it?
worked for me.
But
it's an air fryer. What does it do? I have no
it
idea.
just
I never use it. So I
it
don't
blows hot air around. Is
it
basically
blows hot air.
yes.
It's like a small
But
convection
it's like
oven.
Jeff Drake.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
so
it's a
if
small
you,
convection oven.
What
So
is the
funny.
deal? Like the French fry is healthy?
Yeah,
Well, it
so
doesn't
instead
use
of-
grease. So
Oh, okay.
so basically the way like
It
when
crisps.
you cook something in grease, all it's really doing is distributing the heat. The grease is really effective at spreading the heat all around the thing, and so that would and this kind of does that, but without the grease. So it
it's
does that with air.
healthy.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes things crispy as if they're fried, but without the grease.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm on board.
So, but the problem is that the toast gets all warped because it's not. There's nothing like holding it in its shape. It gets blown around. You put like if you put them down like carefully, like this is how I want it, air fryer. When you get it, they're standing up here. One is bent over like a taco. You don't know what you're getting. It's a mess.
Okay.
They're trying to get out. It
and
sounds
I-
sad. They were like,
honestly-
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like
Scratching at the side.
it's just like this is how I have to live.
no, you
just
could
so
buy a
because-
$10 slot toaster.
there you
No,
go.
but you're all about like counter space.
Oh my God! What a great impression!
That did not sound
That sounded
loaded.
exactly like her.
It really was.
Bring me
Hi,
alive.
everybody.
I'm gonna step
Welcome. My little toasts. My little tomato toasts. Does that sound like Allison?
Exactly. I thought I was like, did
Why
you
am I
switch
even-
seats?
Why am I
thought
even
she
doing the show when he does?
I know the listeners probably think that was a drop.
I know.
They're like, "What's happening?" I don't know why people are laughing on the
Support
show.
my Patreon.
So back to Balmuda.
Okay, so this will interest you.
Bermuda.
This will interest you.
right.
First
Pointing
of
at
all,
Daniel.
the counter space argument, very, very. It's a specious argument
Yes, it
because
is.
First of all,
Fancy
that's how
word.
you pronounce it.
A
I say
species.
specious. Am I saying it wrong?
Oh, yeah, because I didn't know what the word
Specious.
was because he said.
Oh,
I might be
probably
saying it
said it
wrong.
wrong. I probably said it wrong.
You have more counter space than anyone in
Right,
the world.
Richie Rich.
right.
We're talking about
But- But that doesn't make his argument wrong,
Oh, boy.
Allison.
There's a lot of counter space we can't put because we have an
Okay.
island,
Yeah.
but we can't put anything that you plug in on there because
Right.
then the cord would have to go off the island.
Yeah.
side.
Sightly.
You'd kill everyone.
Yeah, that's
No,
true.
there was a
Just looks
time when
bad.
we were doing the renovation that I was like, how hard would it be to put like some
Like a middle
plugs
plug in
the
there?
middle? But it was too with the
Was it too
countertop.
late?
It just would have been too complicated
Mm-hmm.
for the countertop. Balmuda, the
Mm-hmm.
toaster. First of all,
Oven.
I love it because it cracks me up because it reminds me of Star Trek, the motion picture. Which then there was, at the time when that came out, people were like, this is the dumbest name for a movie ever. And there was
because it's called Balmuda the toaster.
Balmuda, the toaster.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yes, it is called when you go on the website.
Oh, you thought he was just
I just thought he
reminding
was
you
being,
what it was every time?
No, and I remember there was a New Yorker cartoon that came out around the time, at the time that the Star Trek, the motion picture came out, that was just a picture of an ashtray and it said Star Trek, the ashtray. I thought that was very funny. Anyway, Balmuda, here's the idea. The idea, first of all, it looks lovely. It's a beautiful.
What color?
We have a black one, but you can get it. Apparently, I just saw you can get a white one if you want, if that's your jam. If you like to have something that looks great the first 3 weeks you have it and then has stains all
Right.
over it for the rest of your life, then go for it. Go for it and go crazy, Jennifer Lopez and all of your white stuff.
I know, right?
Oh, I don't even
threw
that
it
that may
down.
no longer be true, but
Does
it used to
mother
be
have a
one of-
white kitchen?
Just
Don't you?
See? That's how you use it.
No,
Yeah.
it isn't.
Yes, it might be.
Here's the special thing the Balmuda does. You put your bread in, right? You open it up. I was asked about the toaster, Brooke. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to listen to what fascinating things you have to talk about. You're so fascinating with your fascinating life.
wow.
A lot of
Do you
anger.
see it?
A
Do you
lot of
see
anger,
it?
I do.
You were literally snoring at my story, and now I'm the rude one?
Yes, you're very rude. You're scaring me. You scared me awake.
Okay,
from
this
your
is just for
story.
Dan. She's not.
Right. No, this
I'm
is,
sorry. I'm
go,
sorry.
Go ahead and go to sleep.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
I'm
and
listening.
sleep.
I'm fascinated.
You put the toast in.
Yeah, I'm there.
You start to close it. Whoa.
Yeah.
Slow down. There's a tiny little cup. Tiny little. It looks like a doll's
No
coffee
way.
mug.
No,
Put a little bit of water in there,
No.
and there's a slot in the top, and you pour
no,
that
you
in there.
don't.
It steams.
This is how
it
easy bake ovens work.
No, you
and
don't.
toasts it,
Oh.
so that it is not just like a hard, dry piece of
Okay.
toast. It's like soft on the underside,
Uh-huh.
and toasted on the top.
Daniel
So I
is
heard-
erect.
It looks, and it
You want
just
the whole thing
looks,
toasted. Why do you want soft on the underside?
I have heard
Trust
that if
me.
you take a piece of sourdough and you wet it and then toast it, it's better. So it's
Yeah.
like
So
Where
this
have
is
you
like
heard
that concept.
this?
TikTok, where I get all of my important
I've, like,
cooking information.
I've never
Right.
put this much thought into toast.
Here's the thing. I don't understand why you would want to always have to wait to, let's say, put butter on toast. I like it toasted into the toast.
Yeah.
It melted into the toast.
Well, now here's
You
something I can
cannot-
get behind. That is something that's interesting.
It is a better experience, especially if you do separate pats. So you've got like wells of you have a crunchy part, but then you have wells of very, very
it's
buttery
raw on
bread.
the bottom.
It's not raw, Brooke. It is cooked bread.
All right,
bread.
you know what I mean. You said soft
I
on
don't
the bottom.
know when you say raw.
I don't mean
think
raw.
You mean
I did
dough.
I said raw before. You told me I was wrong, and now I say raw again. You should know that I didn't mean raw. I meant untoasted.
Who knows what
Untoasted.
you mean?
No one knows. Not
Okay.
even me. I don't care
So-
anymore what I say.
Anyway, it was a stupid expense, but a toaster but I would still there's not a circumstance I would be like, you know what, let's get a slot toaster, because I would be like, well, what if I want cheese toast?
Yeah.
What if I want cinnamon
Cheese
toast?
and tomato.
What if I
toast.
want
Exactly.
what if I want to just heat up an open faced sandwich?
Just go to a restaurant and buy it.
So at
Says the lady who eats 5 things.
Yeah.
the college, follow-up question in a moment, which is what are the 5 things? But at the college,
You're not gonna like it.
the college where Wendy and I
there's
went,
5.
Wendy, Jeff Drake's wife,
Yeah.
and I don't know if all like cafeterial industrial places have this kind of toaster, but tell me if your college, you guys college.
You're
had
talking
this.
about the ones that rotate through?
Yes.
That has
Yeah.
the conveyor
And
belt?
people would put
Essentially a
they
toaster
would
oven.
butter their bread and then put it on there, and I was like, that's wild. It was, but so this is the thing.
Yeah.
How does Wendy feel about it?
She
Does she
doesn't
love it?
she doesn't give a shit.
Okay, that's where you got to
She
get
avoids
to.
all
She-
of it. See,
she uses
won't-
it-
Yeah.
I mean, she uses it like you know, like a tiny oven. Like
Yeah.
to heat
Does
up
she
things.
put the little water in?
Sometimes.
If you don't, what happens?
We did not teach our children about that.
Oh, why? Is it because
not
of the
old enough.
electronics and water issue?
Yeah, because here, pour water into this.
Yeah,
like
that
I
sounds-
do not. They have no idea that you can do that. They
All right.
don't know why there's a tiny
But
little
they're
cup
big
on
fans
top
of this podcast, so now they know.
Now they'll know.
The one thing I would say is they should have made the tiny little cup magnetic so it sticks to the side.
Yes, I agree.
Maybe
So
they
hot
changed
glue
that.
a magnet to it, and then you can,
Yeah,
hack
but
it.
then you're like, do I trust this water? It's got hot glue near it.
Right. And then also, as you get close, it might pull too fast,
Oh,
and then you
yeah.
spill the water.
Yeah, could be. All that
Japanese
water.
think about everything.
All that water in the tiny little doll cup.
Right.
That interests me too. The tiny little cup. I love.
Yeah,
tiny
you would
things.
love the tiny
I
cup.
love tiny.
You would love it. You would be like,
Do you
I'm
love
against
a
toaster
tiny
ovens.
Tabasco bottle because it
I
looks
love
and a
anything
tiny Parmesan cheese?
Tiny. Oh, I love it all. Just
Same.
anything tiny.
Yes.
It just. I go crazy.
Like, yeah, it's like ASMR,
Yes.
but because I don't like actual ASMR. Okay,
Right,
what are the 5 things Brooke eats?
Well, let's say Diet Coke, popcorn, tater tots. What else? That's
Doritos?
occasional Doritos. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that was coming up today in my FU.
Oh,
Are we moving into
let's not,
FU?
wait, let's not.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant for you. I'm like,
No. When we
There you
didn't
go,
we were
fuck
going to do a
yourself.
section on FU.
Yeah, we'll do that. Don't worry.
It has to do with Doritos.
Okay, all right. Let's not
Okay,
step on
I'm
that.
Sorry, but
I
yeah,
can't- I can't wait for this. I can't
But,
wait.
well, my
I'm
husband
imagining
says
what
I
it is.
eat like a pig. And he doesn't
love
mean
it.
it in a mean way. He means like I eat potatoes and corn and, like anything
Right.
you would slop a pig. I'm like, all right. But yeah, I'm not a good eater. I'm not. And it's catching up with me. I'm probably be dead before this is over. I mean, I really feel like my body is collapsing.
I know you have concerns about dying in embarrassing ways. How would you feel about dying on my podcast? I'm not proposing it. I just want to know how that ranks.
It
would be-
sounded like a threat, Tony.
And one
like you
thing,
did,
it would be
didn't
relief that I'm gone. It would be like, because I'm not afraid to die. It's like, that's okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I don't know you guys that well, and I know Jeff too well that I think it would be pretty embarrassing. It would be pretty
Okay.
embarrassing.
So maybe a different podcast with people you know better, but without Jeff.
Yeah, or just a one-on-one. If we did a one-on-one,
Here's why it
maybe
would-
just ladies in the room.
Oh, I like that.
Because
a lady
Girls'
when you
night.
die. Girls' death night.
Brooke, here's why you want me in the room when you're dying.
Okay.
Okay. And you're in a room with people you don't know well.
We're all going to make
You're
a pitch,
dying.
guys. Just kidding.
You're dying, and I'm here. But then what I would say is, you don't need to be embarrassed about this.
And I would scream, "This is humiliating." I know I would scream it out, like, especially if you were here. Even if it wasn't, I would say it.
And then I
anyway.
would wait until the very last minute, and then say, "Butter comes with pancakes."
And
As you're and then you would, and then you would die, and I'd be like, "I win!"
And then I would haunt you forever because I believe in ghosts.
And he would leave wallets at your. Wait, who feels which way about wallets?
Yeah.
Jeff thinks
He
they're-
said it was not a good gift,
Oh,
and I said, "Wallets
right.
are
So then
great."
he's
gift.
not
And
gonna
then
leave a
every
wallet
time
for
this,
you.
every time
I
this,
think that's a decent
the
gift.
new argument is,
Oh.
every time this comes up in the last 5 years, I'm like, but I changed my position on that. This is the one that I have changed my position on.
Just
And-
because your
and
toaster told you to. Your new lover.
Doesn't talk. It
Gift.
doesn't talk.
The
It would be
wallet.
kind of great if it did.
Gift.
Bump you
wait.
the talking toaster.
Yeah.
You know, what would be a fun practical joke is when you're dying, if it's like a sort of a peaceful death, just scream, "Oh, this is so painful!" And
Yeah.
then you go, and then everyone will.
Is that a practical joke, or is that just a form of aggression?
It would just be funny.
But no one would know that you were lying. It would just be funny to
Well,
you.
they'll know at the end
When they end,
when it's actually not
When
that
it's-
painful.
How could you tell though? If someone was yelling, "This is painful," I would believe all
Yes,
dying
that's the
people.
joke.
No, but I'm saying who's the audience?
The people that believe
it's
it.
the practical joke of the
Oh,
people
I see.
in the room going, "Oh,
But who's
death
the
is
person?
painful."
Who's the one who's
Oh my
like,
God.
you really
You
got
see what
them?
I have to deal with?
I
No,
see it now.
I have to
I
live.
see
I
it.
have
All
to
right.
live like this.
I
Tony.
think I change it. I'd rather die in front of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Because I'll be right back on your side in
Not a
second.
girl's girl. Okay.
I know.
I thought we were doing special the last girls' night ever.
Yeah, I know.
We are. Can we please?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
All right.
Tony,
Yes.
welcome.
Thank you.
I'm ready for your prepared statement. We missed you.
Well, thank
Yes.
you. I missed being here. Yeah. Yeah. So my dad died.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, Tony.
Thanks.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. That's why I was gone for a little while. Had to go play some shows too, which was tough to do.
Yeah,
right
how
after
was that?
It was tough, especially since the first one was on Father's Day.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jeez.
But got through it, and it's been, sorry, trying to get through this.
Yeah, Allison, way to go.
Yeah, and then I just did a bunch of death.
She was like,
it's
no,
okay.
before
It's
the,
okay.
Tony, a little
minutes.
behind the scenes before the show, she's like, I'm going to make him fucking cry. He just sits there all smug all the time.
Yeah, I
That's
know,
not
I know.
true. I did not say that. However, I am feeling like maybe I should have talked to you ahead of time to find out if I should not have brought this up.
No, it's okay because I had a feeling it would probably come up,
Yeah.
and
It's
and
pretty
it's
raw.
unpredictable too. Of
Yeah.
of
I
like
know.
trying to talk about it. Like sometimes, like, oh, I'm totally fine this time, and other times you think, oh yeah, I can do it, and then you can't.
Yeah, I
So
know.
it's all very much. It'll be, I guess tomorrow technically will make it a month now. But
Wow.
I've been enjoying pictures
Yes.
of your dad.
For
and
people who
seeing-
don't know, Tony's dad looked just like Tony.
Yeah, just
or
imagine
or
Tony.
vice versa.
that's
So
what I'm
it
told all the
is
time.
crazy
Sure.
seeing all these photos. And your dad was a drummer too.
Yeah.
So it's crazy seeing these photos of Tony through the ages.
Yeah.
And it sounds like I never got a chance to meet your dad. Not like I would have, but I would have liked to think he should have come on the show. So if Tony really cared, he would have brought his family on the show. But from the stories I'm hearing, your dad sounds like such a fun, funny, goofy, silly guy.
Yeah, and I always knew that. I think you just take those things for granted when you're growing up with it. Yeah, I knew, like, my parents were always sort of the like parents that all my friends would like hang out with, and not in like that weird way, like, oh, they'll let the underage kids drink. I don't mean it like that. More just like there would be times literally like when I was a teenager or slightly later than that, like friends would come by and I wasn't there, and then they would end up just staying and hanging out with my parents. And like just so many people like just told me like, yeah, it was basically like they kind of thought of him almost as like a second dad, and just he just I don't know. He loved being an idiot and making people laugh. So he definitely, I knew everybody liked him, but I've been like kind of blown away at like how much of a impact he seemed to actually have on everybody. Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, sorry you're going through that, but it's it is really nice to hear you talk about him like that. It's really sounds like a really great guy.
Thank you. Yeah, he was pretty great, and just like the most like couldn't have been more supportive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it was totally out of the blue, right?
Yeah. He had a knee replacement surgery like just over a week prior, and he literally I got a call on Friday, whatever date that was, like just over a week after his surgery. He'd fallen at home. My mom couldn't help him up. He didn't look good. Had to call the ambulance. And
was it
a couple days later,
like a blood clot or something? I mean, what was the relationship to the knee surgery?
I don't know exactly. It's from what I'm understanding, and again, it's all like a bit blurry, and it's still even been like things like the actual that side of things. I feel like a lot of us haven't really talked.
Yeah.
And I got there later than the rest of my family did. I think they got there before he passed, but seriously, like an hour before.
Oh my
he passed.
God.
Because your flight was delayed, right?
Yeah,
Oh my.
I was supposed to be in the night before and got delayed.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, I
Yeah,
think there was some sort of possible like bleeding, I think, that was already happening.
Oh.
And then, by the time he got to the hospital, I guess, like they were then very concerned, saying he was not well at all, and told my mom that that she should call the kids. And
Oh, jeez. Oh my
That's so
God.
awful.
Yeah.
Tony.
so sorry to bring the show.
Yeah.
No,
But-
just
Yeah,
it's very real and relatable.
Yeah.
And
I know.
plus, people are primed because I've been talking like this for months now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm so sorry. What was there any part of Plain Shows that was like you sort of got to like be pulled out of the day-to-day grief and reconnect? I think I was telling you that I found that I would sometimes, if I did something that was sort of connecting with my old life, it felt good, but then I would have like a grief hangover where it's like, oh, because I wasn't engaging with the grief for however many hours, it like snaps back stronger a little bit.
Yeah, sort of. I don't know. Like I said, it's just so unpredictable. Like, because early in the day, I was of the first show that I said was on Father's Day, and it was 2 weeks to the day also, and it was just like I knew that was going to be hard, and beforehand it was really hard. I'm like, can I do this? But then the time comes and you get through it, and it's fine. And I was okay. I think like it was nice to kind of have some distraction a little bit, but I think sometimes, I don't know, maybe I distract myself a little too much sometimes.
They say the best thing to do with the feeling is just stuff it down. Just stuff it way down so you don't
Pretend
Don't
it-
process it.
barely see it or experience it at all.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
just
Are
smile
you a
and tell people.
psychiatrist?
yes, that's right.
Just smile and tell people everything's 100% fine. Why are you asking?
Well, that-
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that that's the Missouri way?
Yeah.
right? Yeah, the
really-
Midwest.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
Oh yeah, just like
No
Well,
feeling.
Tony is
Everything's-
Midwestern.
Yeah.
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 where are you from?
Michigan originally.
Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So wait, the mitten or the UP?
Mitten. Barely, though. Right at
What's
the bottom,
the
right on the
UP?
Indiana line.
The
Upper
UP, the
Peninsula.
Upper Peninsula.
Upper Peninsula.
They're called
which
Yoopers.
I went there once with a children's theater traveling group.
Oh, how
God,
cool.
brag.
I know. And I was like, wow, there's a lot of strip clubs up here
in the UP.
in the UP because everything said pasties. And it's really pasties. It's like a food.
Oh,
and
yes.
I thought it was like this strip club named Pasties.
Yeah.
That's what it's like a potato something, isn't it? A pasty or I don't.
I hadn't heard of. I thought of that
It's
more as like
British,
a
I
like
think.
a.
Oh,
like-
is it okay?
Yeah.
Well, they was all over the.
And you're
UP.
supposed to put those on your nipples?
It
Yeah,
burns
put
a
a
little,
sausage
but then
and-
it just is
So weird.
the audience loves it.
Different culture.
when
up
it's swinging
They do
around.
love it.
the grease. And
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it's
Or
air
air
fryer.
fryer.
swinging.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. They also talk exactly, and this is a reference that people have to look up, but I mean, like Bob and Doug McKenzie. Basically.
Right.
The people in the UP are just like,
Who is
hey,
this
so
Yeah, they're just basically Canadian.
That
Yeah.
was
That was Second
Second
City.
City.
Yeah,
Oh,
Bob and
okay.
Doug. The Great White North. or
Yeah,
something.
SCTV, yeah.
A. They were the ones that started the A.
Rick
Yeah.
Moranis
Yeah.
and
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas.
But then if you go up to Canada and you're in sort of like deeper, like away from the cities and stuff, you realize that people use a at the end of a sentence is just because that's like they're pronouncing the period. That's is so like just every sentence ends with a period, and what you say to show that there's a period is a.
So if they're doing
so I went to the story, and
it's kind of like know what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
like you people.
know,
It's like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
But
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it's between there and
right.
You know, it's just like a vocal tick. But yeah, that's what I because when I was playing in a band, we went through the Upper Peninsula, which is where the drummers. Because I think Marquette's not up there, is it? No. He was. I think he was his dad was like a president of a college in the Upper Peninsula, or his parents lived up there or something. So we went through there and came across all of these people, and it was like, this is like, I felt like everybody was doing a bit. Like this is nobody really talks like this. No, they all do. Yeah,
Have they seen your picture of your hair when you?
I showed it.
Yes.
I showed it. Yeah,
Magical.
It was amazing.
it was magnificent plumage.
Just
What was your hair care routine back then?
Well, because it was permed, you don't do a lot to it because
Is there a
you mess up.
scrunch? A scrunch?
Yeah, I believe so. I think there was something like that. I mean, you don't brush it really.
That'd be crazy.
'Cause
Not
then
even,
you
not even. You know,
straighten it
after,
out.
right
But
after.
my hair's so thin and fine anyway. That's why I got it
It's
permed.
fine.
Oh, it's
your
fine.
toaster. Your toaster thinks your
Fine.
toaster oven's like his hair.
My toaster oven doesn't care what my hair looks like. That's how great the toaster oven is.
Oh, boy.
Every morning is like, you're great. You're doing fine.
I knew a guy with long hair. His name was Tim. For anyone who remembers the underwear story, this is Tim of the underwear story.
Sure.
I know you guys don't. I've told this story so many times, so I'm not going to bore people with it again. But he had long hair, but he was so worried about breakage that he wouldn't he wouldn't turn his neck from side to side because he was afraid the hair would like drag against his jean or leather jacket. So if you like say the name Tim, I know this is a visual, but
Tim. So
his entire upper body.
Rotate his shoulders.
But
Yes.
your hair's still moving when you do that. I mean, slightly.
I mean, I think he had found a way to move as if his neck didn't.
Now, my
Turn.
question is,
How is
was it instead of hair just uncooked angel hair pasta?
They called him
thus-
vermicelli Tim.
How old was Tim?
Oh, at this point, he was probably like in his early 20s.
Huh.
He had a receding hairline, so he was, you could tell he had hair anxiety.
Right.
Oh.
And I
The
think
breakage thing is crazy, though. It's like, is your hair made of glass? Like, I mean,
Right.
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's windy out. My hair will all fly off. It's like,
maybe each piece is individually scotch taped together, glued together, glue sticked.
right, and that won't break your hair.
No, not at all.
Glue stick
No,
on your hair.
I mean,
That's good.
look, in the same way
Good
that
stuff.
Daniel learns about sourdough on TikTok, I, am fed a fair amount of hair things. And apparently I should be sleeping in a bonnet because there's a lot of
Right.
breakage from and I'm already on a silk
Breakage.
pillowcase.
Oh,
Tony, how on your list of
That's right.
concerns, Tony, just curious, how high is breakage of hair on your list of concerns?
On my list, it's probably around like 4 million or something. Like that.
yeah.
Please list every single thing.
Yes, go.
Please list
All right.
all the
Well, let's
3
hear what
million.
ranks above it. Hair breakage. That's crazy.
999,999
don't-
concerns.
Wouldn't
I
it be
don't-
easier to moisturize your hair so that it's not so brittle?
Oh, like we're not doing that. Please.
Well,
Come on. Wake up!
There's
down
a
there.
pre-wash.
What the hell?
I don't know anything about hair.
There's a pre-wash. There's a wash. There's a conditioner. There's spritzes. There's
Yes. So then, but why would it break? then?
emollients. I don't know. You have to ask the algorithm. I don't know.
I don't want to fuck my algorithm though.
I
Start
understand.
getting haircuts.
You're getting just the right amount of toast.
Is purple now.
Oh.
What happened?
All my shampoo is purple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because
I've seen
I
it.
let my hair go gray. So I have to.
Oh.
I was looking at it the other day in the bathroom and I'm like, oh, I'm that person now, that old lady.
What does the
with
purple do?
It's supposed to help with like the brassy look of.
Oh, it keeps
They
like the
blondes
yellowish.
do it like bleach blonde, brassy. Bleach blondes do it too. It
Right.
like takes away. But yeah, but
That's
it's
a
just
drop.
like it's my mom for years and years. My mom never colored her hair, and so she's always had this purple. And now here I am
with the purple
with
shampoo.
my purple shampoo, and the bottle's purple, and the whole.
What's it called? Like
Oh, I don't know.
Glimmer.
It's
Right.
called So You're Getting Old.
Yeah. So
Silver fox.
so old lady. Oh, silver fox is right.
I use whatever shampoo is in the shower.
Yeah.
And I'm going to admit something.
Oh.
you've used body wash on your hair.
Oh, sure. But that's not what I'm going to
Okay.
What I am admitting is I maybe shampoo my hair. How
With
many times
toothpaste.
a year would any of you guess that I shampoo my hair?
Oh, I bet I'm even less. 'Cause I've talked about it a lot on here before. But
Okay.
Okay. How many times a year?
Yeah.
6,
No.
4. Am I-
Probably 3 or 4.
Oh my
No,
God.
I take it back.
What are you doing? Just rinsing
I just
with
rinse it
water?
out. It's so short.
Yeah.
It's like, and I read
It's so short.
short hair.
that was Paul Lynde.
Yeah, it sure was. It was an attempt. It wasn't
Tetrazzini.
Tetrazzini. No, I read. I think it was the pandemic that I came across, like, or right before it, that it was like, because I was always frustrated, because I don't like to use a lot of products or whatever, and so I was like, how can I make it how to make it stand up better? And because it's so thin and fine, it'll only stand up to a certain length. and
Oh,
then
if you don't, yeah, because if you're moisturizing, as Daniel,
It gives
is
it
a
weight.
proponent for, then it won't stand up.
And so it was like, well, don't wash it all the time,
Just 4
and-
times a year.
And then also, I read went down a rabbit hole of like people, and a lot of it were like women with long hair who were like, I found that like if I shampooed less, that my hair looked better. And
But I
that
had no friends.
I smell.
I had lots of birds.
Or back of an earring.
No, and so yeah, unless it's very rare that I actually like shampoo and condition.
Yeah, I
my
think
hair.
more guys are doing this than we know. Tony's
Yeah.
one of them. My dad was one of them.
Could people write in about this?
I would,
love
but about once a week I'll use some anti-dandruff just because.
Wait, you're
my
only
scalp-
once a week washing your hair? You have a routine, a skincare routine laminated on your counter. You got compliments this weekend about your skin.
Lovely skin.
But you're only washing your hair once a week?
Well, I would. I'm saying, yeah, like about once a week, maybe twice a week. Just because my scalp gets real dry, and so I have to take care of it's really more about my scalp than my hair.
It's always more about the
Because
scalp.
you wash away the oils from your scalp, get in the hair, and then it gets. So, like, if I end up washing my hair, then you got to replenish the oils.
Right.
Because my hair gets real dry and fluffy.
Can we hear the gal chat drop?
You don't
please?
like the fluff?
I get fluffy hair, and it just looks ridiculous. I look like a poodle or something. Now it's and so, you got to put the oils back in there.
Yeah.
And if you don't wash it, you don't have to worry about
What's
that.
that voice?
That's my hairdresser voice.
Well,
See-
Sophia Loren just used to put olive oil on her skin.
Oh, really? Is that
Yeah.
true?
That's what I heard.
Well,
That's
I'll
why
use-
She's so pretty.
I'll also just use. I just started using just if you put moisturizer on your face, just put it in your hair. Why not?
Pourquoi pas?
Because it was just getting so
Oui.
dry. You gotta moisturize it.
I mean, I guess.
Do you?
I guess. I mean, look, Monistat chafe relief cream, which is really just a silicone.
For a yeast infection.
No, that is
Same company.
yes, same company.
Really?
Wait a minute. Is it? Yes, I know it's weird, right? It's uncomfortable.
I
It's
wouldn't
like,
wanna put
it'd be
that on
like
my
if
head.
like if Vagisil made a makeup primer, or
Right?
something.
Yeah, it's like
But
Or a salad dressing.
that's even worse. Yes.
Not hard to trust.
But Monistat Chafe Relief Cream supposedly makes an incredible. It works as an incredible makeup primer, but I can't. I
bring
can't.
yourself.
No, I can't.
The
Because
best.
you just see the little egg. Does it come in egg form?
No, it comes in a tube, but still, it screams vagina.
It does. I mean,
What
and
else
not in a
screams?
good
Who
way.
isn't these
Not in a
days?
good way.
But then
Yeah,
also,
that's
like
true.
Preparation H is hemorrhoid cream is supposed to
Yeah.
be great for under eyes, and I've
Yep.
also never been able to get. But I went on a deep dive on this one, and apparently the ingredient that was so good for under eyes is not in it anymore. You have to like get Canadian hemorrhoid
really?
cream. Yes,
Can you get that ingredient in other things?
I don't even know what the ingredient was. So.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, RFK Jr.
Yeah,
We
really.
can't do
I-
anything about our eye bags.
I
I have to
know.
admit, and I come from a city where there was a famous person from the city who very famously had hemorrhoids, George
That's
Bratt.
right.
In baseball, famously had hemorrhoids.
I
Did
never even
commercials
know
for
about
him.
that.
I am now the age that I am, and I truly don't even really understand what hemorrhoids are. I do not know. I'm pretty sure I don't want to Google image search.
No.
No, I
But-
don't think you do.
No, but I've read like descriptions, and I'm still like, I kind of don't get it. I don't know what it is.
Well, blessings to you, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have them, but I can understand
Yeah,
that
I-
they're painful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
they're-
look, I thought I was someone who didn't have them. And I was like, how have I had 2 kids and I don't have any hemorrhoids?
Right.
But then because I share everything on my podcast Childish with Greg Fitzsimmons, I was saying that of late, I just have like an awareness of my butthole that I didn't used to have, just like it's like a slight tingle.
Okay.
But it's so slight that it really is just like, oh, yep, I got a butthole. There it is. And then someone wrote to me and said, sorry to break it to you, but that sounds like internal hemorrhoids. Don't ask me how I know. Internal, yeah.
There's 2 types?
There are. There's the danglies, and then there's the internals.
The
This
dangly.
is great.
Yeah,
right
just-
before lunchtime. This
think
is
that-
fun.
They don't really teach you how to poop properly. And
Who's
how to,
they?
Like
School?
society or parents or
Okay,
anything.
yeah.
Well,
And so I
aren't-
think
yeah.
there's a lot of habits that people develop that lead to hemorrhoids. Like, so, if you like aggressively wipe, that could, rub, because like you've got blood vessels that are close to the skin there. And so you just rub that away and it bleeds and it creates
Well,
hemorrhoids.
aren't you supposed to literally we went to a small town in Italy once and the public restroom was just a hole in the ground.
Oh, boy.
But that's kind of supposed to be
Right,
it.
you're supposed to
Yeah.
squat. You're
Yeah.
supposed to
The
have
squatty
your
potty.
butt is supposed to be
the
lower than your
squatty potty.
knees. Like that's how we're designed. Like that's how we evolved. And there's like a certain muscle that is relaxed when you're in that position that isn't relaxed when you're sitting where your knees are like level or even lower. And so what happens is you end up creating a lot of like pressure in order to do something that shouldn't take that much
Yeah,
pressure.
it should just be
and that
the-
pressure is pushed on the wrong part of your body, and that creates over time that'll create hemorrhoids.
So, standing in a field with my legs apart and my fists on my hips,
Is exactly
and
the way.
screaming to the sky
We have to lift one leg.
is maybe not the best way to poop.
Yeah, no, not
You
the best.
drive to a field, or what do you do? How do you get to the
Just
city?
your
Well, it
backyard.
depends on
Anytime
when
you have to poop, you go to a field and
Well,
just
a
stand.
field
with
would be ideal. But
What are
you're
fields
not-
for if not for pooping?
I'd like to see your what's the next door app.
You know what?
Like your neighbors,
Technically-
what they say
Yes.
about the Drakes.
Technically, the little
Jeff's screaming again. He must be pooping.
the little strip of grass between the sidewalk and the street.
Yes.
Oh.
That belongs to the city.
Sure
That's
does.
true.
Sure
That's
does.
So
true.
therefore, you can or can't poop. There should be a sign that's
Well,
like
so the
Jeff,
person
Jeff
who lives
crouching with
the
a circle
person
in the
who
front.
lives-
Curve your husband.
So the people who yell at me, who live in that house,
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, this isn't even your property. and I'm finished.
Well, here we're getting on something now, though, that
Right, we
makes
are.
me furious. Okay, so that people act like dog poop is the worst thing that's ever happened in their life. They put all those signs in their yard, and I'm like, okay with the ones like, please be kind to your neighbor, please pick up after your dog. I like those. But one of our neighbors has like, I don't shit on your yard, so you don't shit on that, and I'm like, what? This is
must
what you
get a
want
lot
in your
of-
yard?
Right, I know.
Just like
In
kids
this yard,
and
we
grandparents
believe.
walking by, and it's like, don't shit on. And I'm like, calm down.
Yeah.
Is it really that horrible?
Right.
Right.
If
Seems
there's
aggressive.
poop on ours, I just pick it up and throw it on.
I imagine when I see that kind of thing, like this is a person who's stepped in the poop a lot of times and has just like lost their mind.
So they went on Amazon to find that sign.
But it's just
Yeah, I guess.
Couldn't have taken that long.
You're right.
But I'm just like, I get it. It's like, it's a bummer and all, but just, it's the ones that are just like, be kind, be nice, pick up. But just the violent, I don't shit on your yard. I don't understand.
Well, also the people that are like, under no circumstances let your dog pee or poop on my yard. It's like, okay,
It doesn't work that way.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
And also, you think your yard is so great. I mean, come on, get over yourself.
Your yard is so great it can't be pooped on.
Yeah.
Well, and also when they yell at you for pooping on the walkway, what the parkway,
Yeah,
and like you said,
The
it's
easement.
not their
It's not your
property.
Yard. It's not.
And if I
The
have a
city
bag
could-
and pick it up, it's
The
fine.
city could come and tear it all out without a consideration.
But
to
also,
it
like,
at
if you
all.
put grass there, like some people will put gravel there or something to make it less desirable. But if you put grass there, that's like putting a toilet. Like, don't put a toilet
Jeff.
there and then say don't poop in it.
That's right.
Like, don't put a toilet in the Home Depot and expect me not to poop in it.
Let's
Right.
make signs that say that.
You should have it hooked up to a system.
Not my fault.
So I put
so
it next
many
door
of
to their no shit sign. I'm like, if you don't want me to shit in your yard, that's the sign I
Right.
put in.
Yes.
Yeah,
Next
you
to
should
their
have your
arms
own
race
sign.
signs.
Rebuttal sign.
They come
Rebuttal.
out. I've put a rebuttal sign.
And it's bigger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
I
bigger.
love this. Do
Yeah.
this. I need a new conflict to be. Oh, speaking of new conflicts,
Oh, yeah.
I
Here
have
we
been
go.
told
Here we go.
that Brooke and Jeff have a new conflict.
I was thinking about this morning, and I meant to text you. I was like, I hope you remember what it is because I have.
I
no
do.
idea.
Well, here's the thing: is I called him when I had told you that we have this new one,
Yeah.
and then I was like, but I can't remember it. So I called him. I'm like, what was that? And he was like,
no
I don't
idea.
remember. But then we had another one come up.
Oh, okay.
So there's one that we
So we
forgot.
got another one. So there's another one somewhere in the ether.
The other one, this one is so ridiculous. He won't eat tuna at a restaurant. He'll
Not
eat a
like-
tuna sandwich at home,
Right.
but not at a restaurant.
Like a tuna salad.
yeah,
Tuna
like
salad.
tuna
I
salad.
would never in a million years order it at a restaurant.
Because you can make it at home? Is it like
no,
ordering?
just
it just
like,
seems gross.
yeah, just seems unsavory. To me.
Like that's the only thing that could be gross at a restaurant. Like mayonnaise might not. Like when you go somewhere and they're like house-made mayonnaise, and it's like, "Eee."
That sounds good to me. Actually,
Oh
House-made
my
mayonnaise.
god! But you won't eat.
No.
If there was this
Also, a
big,
tuna melt just does not sound like a
So
good
good.
sandwich to me.
Pretty good.
In the least.
so good.
Does
It's
not
interesting
appeal.
because these are all sandwiches that I do associate with, like, your mom made this for you for lunch or something when you're in school. So to me, a little bit, it'd be like ordering a peanut butter and jelly at a restaurant. But that's not your reasoning. Your reasoning is because it just sounds unappetizing.
But
to you.
also, it's not that often that I would eat tuna salad.
Okay, well, now we're getting to it.
Yeah. And I mean, I go through phases where I'm like, that sounds good, but I like to just like it's a freshness thing for me. If I made it, if I made it and then it sat in the fridge for like a couple of hours, I don't think I would eat it.
A couple of hours?
If you knew that the restaurant was taking it out of a can to make it right there as ordered, would
I'm
you be
hearing
okay
this
with it? Because I know, like
Yes.
in a deli, you have the glass thing with all
Right.
the things, and you say, "I want that." And like the tuna will be in a bowl,
Yeah.
and at night, because I worked at a deli, they would often, put saran over
Yeah.
it, and they're supposed to put it in the fridge, right? But you don't know for sure
the
that
cases
that deli.
are chilled, though, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should be chilled, but like it's kind of like
Harder
you're
to
trusting
regulate.
that they're doing things correctly because
That's
it's all
every
out
time
there.
you eat out.
And I just
out.
feel like maybe with potato salad, not as big health, but tuna, you're really hoping that they're doing things right.
But wouldn't we hear about this? Like, just it's running rampant.
not
People
in
getting
this
sick
government.
from
No,
tuna
no, no.
sandwiches all
You're
over
not,
the place.
I'm not afraid I'll get sick. It's just it's just unsavory. It's just like no longer sounds appealing to me. It's like if I have leftovers of other sort. It's like if I brought home, oh, this fish was delicious. I wasn't able to finish it, and I put it in the fridge. There's zero chance the next day I'm going to eat leftover fish. Zero chance.
I hear that.
Zero chance. And so, but it's more just like, it's not like I'm afraid I'll get sick. I'm like, that just doesn't sound good to me. And like, I'll go frequently to like Hank's Bagels or whatever with my friend Bobby, and he likes to get the whitefish. And I'm like, that's the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life, the whitefish.
Frequent guest Yasser Lester is all about the whitefish
But
too.
that is essentially, am I wrong about this? That's essentially just like
Tuna
same
salad.
thing as tuna salad,
I
but
think
with
so.
whitefish,
I
right?
think so.
Is
It's
it?
just like a
Is it
mayonnaise.
mixed with something?
I think so.
I believe
yeah.
it is mixed with mayonnaise. Yeah.
But like, see, people say, "Oh, it's just mayonnaise," and then they sneak fucking onions in there. It's like that's what I'm asking. I'm asking,
Right,
are there
I'm
onions in
asking,
there?
are
Oh,
onions in
that's I had this thought the other day because I was like there I feel like people who love olives in particular and mushrooms frequently are like, well, certainly everybody loves olives and mushrooms.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
and
right.
so-
They
and so
can't
it'll
believe you don't
And so
like
it'll just
them.
be like, I remember years ago, not long after I moved here, there was a Wolfgang Puck restaurant at that horrible mall at Sunset and Crescent
Heights, yeah.
There's a Wolfgang Puck restaurant there, and so it was like looking through the menu, and I think it was the meatloaf. Looked at the meatloaf, I'm like, that looks good, and here's the description. No mention of mushrooms. Zero. By the way, in my opinion, a crazy addition to a meatloaf. A very unusual.
On this, we agree.
This is it's not in your first 5 to 6 or 7 ingredients that you normally put in a meatloaf. I understand you're like, I like mushrooms. It would go good in a meatloaf. Sure, fine. But like,
It should be
no
called
mention.
mushroom meatloaf in that case.
Well, it's more of a gravy thing. Like
So
if
I
I'm
would-
getting meat with gravy, I might expect mushrooms.
Right, it
but
might be a
not with
mushroom
meatloaf.
gravy. But just like meatloaf, and also basically everything, like it is as if the ingredients are listed. I do not prefer mushrooms, so like I'm like my radar is up for it. I was like, oh, that kind of sounds good, meatloaf today. I get it. There are gigantic pieces of mushroom in it. I
They're
mean,
even chopped up.
I mean, oh, that was my
whole
mom.
mushroom.
My mom's thing is like, well, she's like, I cut them up small. I was like, that's
worse. You can't
I don't
pick 'em
want it.
out.
She was like, well, I'll cut them up big. I was like, I just don't want them in it. Yeah. But anyway, so I was just like, this is crazy that you would have a meal that like it's obviously a major ingredient into the meatloaf. And it's like, oh, just not mentioning it because obviously people love mushrooms.
Yeah, everyone loves meatloaf mushroom.
It's like somebody orders like I ordered a bunch of pizzas for everybody at the pizza party. It's like all of the pizzas have black and green olives on them. It's like, you're fucking crazy. Like, what's happening? What world do we live in?
Yeah, I feel that way as someone who hates raw onions.
Yeah,
like
not a
people
fan.
just don't mention it, and then there's so many people, they just go through life thinking that everybody loves raw onions, and they'll put it in everything willy nilly, and then you ask them, "Does this have onions?" and they'll look at you like you're crazy, like I don't know, or yeah, or
I don't know.
and it's like you've destroyed whatever thing you put
The trust.
raw onions in guacamole, or you put raw onions in. My mom would make meatloaf and she'd always throw onions in that.
Yeah,
and it's
I
like they
hated
don't
those too.
fucking cook in the meatloaf. So you get a bite of crunchy raw onion.
That goes. Does it stay in your head? Raw onions stay up in my head.
What's
Like,
that
my head
mean?
feels weird.
Are you
After
eating
I
them
eat
with
it.
your mouth?
Through my eyeball.
Sinuses.
I take them out
eyeball.
and I use a chopstick and I pack them up into my nose.
And they stay there.
Is this not how things are done?
How dare you?
It's like onion privilege or a mushroom privilege.
Here's the weird thing. Here's
don't-
the weird thing about I generally like on a sandwich, like on a burger, on a sandwich, I like red onions. I can cut. Sometimes I'm like, okay, fine. I wouldn't order it on there, but I'm like, fine, whatever. Sometimes, but like anything else, I'm like, no raw onions.
Yeah.
Exception. Like a taco truck stand with like chopped up onions and cilantro. For some reason,
You're out.
For some reason, I'm like, this is fucking delicious.
Yeah.
I would never
Like a
order
pico de
raw
gallo or
onions
something.
on. No, not even
Not
a full
even,
pico
okay.
de gallo, but I do love a good pico de gallo. At first, it started off with pico de gallo, I think, where I was like,
okay.
this is actually delicious, but then it's got the peppers and tomatoes in it. But then it just because I don't think until I'd moved out here, I'd never really had like the
same
street taco thing with the cilantro. And I was like, you know what? I don't mind it.
Yeah.
I can't explain it.
You're
Sorry,
running
Daniel.
hot and cold. You're
So,
all over
Brooke,
the place.
your argument is tuna is okay to order at a restaurant.
That's basically, if I'm ordering lunch, I'm getting a tuna melt.
Now, if
doing
I'm
it.
or-
That's a good sandwich.
But I don't want a tomato on it.
Okay.
So I always think, is there tomato on it? I don't want that.
if I'm at a restaurant like that, if they have a tuna melt, generally they have a Reuben superior sandwich. I'll have a
Well,
Reuben
Reuben's
any
What is-
fucking day of the week.
But I don't eat. What is a like? I don't eat
Pastrami,
meat. So.
usually.
And Swiss and sauerkraut, is that right?
Yeah, and
Oh,
Thousand Island
gross.
dressing
Delicious.
on rye. That's a good sandwich.
See,
All that sounds
all
good
of
to me
that's-
except for the sauerkraut. I cannot. I would
Sauerkraut,
It's good for you, though.
rye.
I know.
No,
it's
it's very
fermented,
good for you.
right?
I used to love at what was the deli that was right across from Cedars? There's a couple of them in the
Oh right,
famous one.
Jerry's Deli.
Yeah, Jerry's
Jerry's
Deli. Like literally, that's where we had our first child, and our
At Jerry's.
Jerry's?
Deli.
Jerry's Deli.
at Cedars.
You were so close to the hospital.
I know. Well,
You were so close.
but the room they put us in overlooked.
That, we were,
and it literally has had a sign on the top like to order.
Oh, that's fun.
we were.
And that's what we got
We
that
overlooked
night.
that spot, but Jerry's was gone by that point.
Yeah, but and so like that's what I was like, oh, Jerry's had a super Reuben, which had both pastrami and corned beef,
Ooh.
and man, that's a good sandwich.
So, I think we should say hello and welcome to the new patrons, and then let's do Hey Go Fuck Yourself. I got to hear about these Doritos and what they've been up to.
Allison wants to say thank you to a couple of special people out there who signed up to be new patrons. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
I would like to say hello and welcome to Amanda, to Pepe, to Genesis, to Karen Dickerson, to WT, and to Maria Zaragoza. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to me. And because Pepe has an accent on the second E, I once again asked I've asked this question of people named Renee before, and I have never gotten a satisfying answer. This is what I want to know. If someone leaves the accent off of your name, do you feel they've misspelled your name? Or is it like someone leaving a dot off of an I? Because and this might be not cool of me, but when I go to write an episode summary or something, I'm like, I don't remember how to make the accent. And I don't know if on iTunes it's going to, or Apple Podcasts, it's going to show up as like ampersand, that whole thing.
Right.
So I'm just not even going to fuck with it because I'm lazy. It's really all that rationale was just to explain away. I'm too lazy to do it. And I feel like it's sort of optional, but I think it's actually like not optional because it's their name. So people with accents, let me know. Am I running afoul? But to all the new patrons and upgrading patrons and returning patrons and such, thank you. Patreon.com/Allison Rosen.
Patreon.
Okay. Brooke, let's hear about what you need to get off your chest.
Well, it's to get to the Doritos. It's a little. I got to do a
That's
run
fine.
around. But so there's this place called Tito's Tacos.
Oh yeah,
I love
Tito's,
their
sure.
salsa.
Yeah, Tito's is great.
But I didn't want their chip. You
Yeah,
know,
very hard chips.
right.
Yeah.
So we're gonna just buzz in a 7-Eleven and get a Tostito, something.
Sure.
Sure.
something just classic.
And classy.
And classy. Well, that's me.
Classy and brassy.
Classy, Dillman.
Classy,
Classy,
not brassy.
brassy.
Not brassy. That's the
It's
shampoo.
not Mahar.
Shampoo.
But so my husband's in the car. I run in. Not one corn chip. Not one corn chip.
Really?
Not one corn chip. Not one corn chip.
Wow.
Just regular.
7-Eleven is dead. I was like,
How many corn chips?
is this supposed to, not one. Not one corn. I mean,
Not even one.
Nothing.
They,
Wow.
they
No
don't even
brand
say,
of corn chip.
They don't sell the single corn chip.
No. They, what,
At the cash
the
register.
person just standing at the
Yeah.
front with a corn
How
chip.
many would you like? 2?
You know, they didn't even have the little.
Right.
I was like, there's nothing.
What
and
about the
so-
nachos? You could get the nachos there that are corn chips.
Well, here's the thing. Then I was like, maybe I'll get a Dorito of some sort. Everything's like,
Yeah.
fire hot pickle Tabasco,
Right.
Can't even get a basic
Mountain
Dorito.
Dew, what, and I'm like, I just want a taco or a nacho cheese or a Cool Ranch.
They
Just
didn't have
come on.
basic Doritos?
They had no.
You
Oh,
can't, I don't
my
know if you can
God.
find basic Doritos.
They just have all these, and I'm just
can.
like,
You can.
Yeah, you can.
I feel
so I'm
like
in there for like, because I
They still sell
can't
them.
believe my eyes. I'm in there for way longer.
Right, right. This was supposed to be an in and out with a corn chip.
And I come out, and I mean, Charlie's like, oh, I can tell you're hot. I mean, because I was like, nothing in my eye. I'm like, it's I'm so mad because I love that salsa so
Sure.
much. It's so refreshing, and I was so ready for the salsa.
And
Did you
you're-
talk to them at 7-Eleven? Did you ask? Like-
Now, there's another thing about me.
Okay. Well,
I have
might-
a weird thing where I
would
want
be
to
uncomfortable
solve it
doing
myself.
that too. Yeah.
Like if I'm looking for something in a store, I don't like to ask. It's so dumb because like we'll be in Lowe's and Charlie, my husband, he's like, let's just ask. I'm like, no, we're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. And he's
There's
like,
only 99 aisles.
right,
Where else
it's
is
huge.
it?
Like what?
so easy. Everything's easy to find here. It's
Yeah,
like
so I
Costco.
I didn't talk to him. I should have said, do you have something in the back? Is there like what is the hell
At a
is going
7-Eleven.
on?
I feel
Is
like
it the
you're-
tariffs? Like we can't get Tostitos anymore?
I feel like your first mistake was like the best solution to this is to go to 7-Eleven.
Well, because I didn't want to. It was quick. That's the point of 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
It's that it's quick.
Yeah.
I was ready for the salsa. Let's get it, get in, get out,
Yeah.
and get home and have that
The
salsa.
the whole snack world's becoming too extreme
It's a nightmare.
for us
Nightmare.
old people.
Nightmare.
Everything is super hot. Everything is these wild mixed flavors. You
Oh,
you
I
got to
like the
slam the
mixed
flavors
flavors.
together. Yeah. Well, okay.
I'm very excited to see.
That's how you stay young.
Very excited to see. Like I saw, like I'm not interested in this flavor, but I was like, oh, that's interesting. Hot mustard Doritos.
Nope.
I was like,
I would be
that's-
interested in that.
No,
That I was like, that's wild.
that's a pretzel. That's not a Dorito.
I will listen. If I see a special flavor of something, I will
love
try
it,
it.
yeah.
I will try it every time.
I found the
Let's go right now.
Lay's, the Thai curry spice one. Oh man,
Yeah.
that was good.
So Pringles will do that, and they had
Spicy
a
basil.
I got burned because they had a Philly cheesesteak flavor. Disgusting.
Yeah.
But then I always go back because that's how I roll. And they had a carnitas tacos flavor, and it was very good. So
This just,
Well, it's
this
like
just
the
hurts my
it's like
heart.
the Oreos. Like Wendy's mom, every time will always when she sees a new flavor of Oreos at
Yep.
like
Gotta
Target
get it.
or whatever, she'll get it for
So,
our kids.
Speaking of which, very exciting news.
Selena
The
Gomez?
blueberry pie flavored Oreos are
Oh,
coming back,
shit.
and it is happening. You got to There's a pre-order happening. These are limited. You got to jump on it, and they're.
And you've had them before.
I know. I've heard they're great, and I'm on it.
Guys,
But
try the Selena Gomez.
I
What
like
flavor
blueberry.
is that?
I-
Chocolate cinnamon?
Yeah, it's like
I will try
it's
that.
good. It's
And
good.
I will.
Is this in
And-
double stuff form or just regular? Form?
regular.
I think you're
The blueberry
singular.
Can't.
pie.
That's then. Why get it?
Okay.
You got to go
doubles.
double or
And
super.
now-
Are you
stuff or-
anti-thins?
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
so
love thin.
just because I do too. Just because I'm a completist, are we telling 7-Eleven or corn chips or chips to fuck off here? To go fuck
Ooh.
yourself.
That's right. That's a good point. I think it's 7-Eleven
Okay.
because you should have a bag of corn chips at 7-Eleven. I'm sorry, it's not a ridiculous thing to ask when they've got
Especially,
like
do they sell like jars of salsa.
Yes, I bet they do. I didn't look because I had
Because
my
no one's
salsa, but-
dipping a Dorito in like, fucking Fritos bean sauce.
Well, can I tell you something now?
Oh, maybe
I have
they are.
another
I don't
thing
know.
to tell.
What?
Yeah.
About Doritos is I worked. I had a job where I was working in Fiji, and
Wrecked.
the place where I was working, the restaurant there made nachos with Doritos
Sounds great.
at the restaurant.
No, it does not.
Wait,
Sounds
plain
terrible.
Doritos or
No, I feel,
whatever
but I feel,
Dorito-
I
whatever
feel
flavor
like
they
Brooke
had.
is saying yes to it. Or are you not?
I did try it. It was pretty good. But it was just funny that they made them with Doritos. And the Doritos there taste, the flavor is different. So like if it says nacho cheese, it's not going to taste like an American nacho cheese.
I was just in Australia,
Okay.
and they have just plain tortilla Doritos.
With
Yeah.
no flavor.
No flavor.
Could have used that at 7-Eleven.
yes. Are they good? Or are they just like corn
Tastes
chips?
just like like corn chips.
See, I feel like I see at the Ralph's, I see all kinds of. First of all, had you gone to a Ralph's, you would have had 900 different brands of just plain tortilla
Right.
chips.
But
to
you
choose
got to
from.
get in there. It's a longer deal. That's the point of
Did-
7-Eleven. They have the
You would have spent
essentials.
the same amount of time in Ralph's.
See, that's
You
how they
go
get
in,
you.
Disagree.
You go. How much time did you spend looking around? You would have
Well,
gone
it
in.
went sideways. Had it not gone sideways, in and out.
Yes.
Is the-
Thank you.
Is
Thank
the
you.
Not,
is the
I
promise?
would argue if it's got a self checkout,
Oh,
you walk
yeah.
in, you grab a bag, beep, you're done, you're out. It's
How many-
2 minutes.
How many times have you beeped and it says, "Uh-oh"?
This is why I hate
Wait for the
self-checkout.
clerk.
Yeah.
And so it's like I should have just gone to the clerk anyway.
Hey, 7-Eleven.
Get your. But I don't.
Fuck
Yeah.
yourself.
We had to get that in there. Yeah, I don't like self-checkout either because I'm always afraid it's going to have an error and then I'm going to be like held hostage.
There's a bunch of Targets have taken away a lot of their,
Yes.
and it pisses me off so bad because
all I do.
it's so much
Self-checkout.
faster and easier.
It's funny because when I was a kid, I thought the most fun thing in the world would be to work at a grocery store and to get to scan things and use a
Yeah.
little scanny gun.
You had high hopes as a kid.
Yes, I was ambitious. But now that I'm grown up, I never wanted to, even though I get to scan my own stuff, I find it very,
That's the cruel
Fraught.
trick of aging,
Yeah.
It's like when you're old enough to
Right.
do it, it's no fun
when
anymore.
you're old enough to have braces, you think, why did I hold
Why-
necklaces up to my teeth?
With the self-checkout, why do they not have bags there ever?
They
Like,
do.
They do.
No, not at CVS, not at any of the places
CVS
I
is
use.
a nightmare.
You have to like go to the person and get them, and it's like, are people coming through here a lot not needing bags? Am I the only crazy person that needs bags? I can't imagine.
No,
Like-
maybe they don't want you to steal it because they're just trusting you're going to go zero.
Then
I think
have
a lot of
person
people go zero.
there all the time. It's just crazy to me that you don't have anyone there. There's no bags, but it's like the self-checkout's open, but it's like, is it though? Is it?
Right.
You keep bags in your car.
In
Usable
Yeah.
ones. That's the way.
we
to do
were
it.
in Hawaii, brag. We just got back, and we had to go to Long's. Our son gets very car sick, and he got really car sick on our way to this thing, and then on the way home, we wanted to stop at a pharmacy or drugstore to buy kids Dramamine for him. So looked it up. There's a Long's pharmacy. Go there, get the Dramamine. And at the end, she said, "Do you want your receipt or should I email it to you?" And I thought, you can just print it out. And then it printed out and it was that super duper
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
thing. And I was like, I got tricked. This is CVS.
Yep.
I hadn't put it together.
I hadn't put it together.
But as soon as it was like falling onto the floor, I was like, I know where I am.
Yep.
I feel like what I'm going to start doing at CVS because I'll go to the pharmacy and they'll print it out. Like if you go to the self checkout, you can press no receipt.
Right.
And that's great.
Boy,
But
you
I
love
feel like when they
self-checkout.
give me, I do everywhere I go.
Like his toaster.
And then I feel like what I want to do is just take it and wave it in the air
Yes.
and go wee, and then run through the store just going.
It's like rhythmic gymnastics.
Yes, like a rhythm.
Just like,
Yes.
just like a maniac every time they do it.
Please do that.
Yeah.
So Daniel has a hack, a CVS coupon
Yes.
hack, which I always remember when it's too late, and then I think it's not worth the couple dollars.
Go in and get if you're going to get multiple items,
Okay.
get the cheapest item and then go to self-checkout or wherever and then buy it and get that long-ass receipt. And then go get the rest of the items and use the coupons in that same visit.
Because I literally
you always
otherwise
forget
you'll
about
forget
them.
Because you're never
in
going to
my
use them
life do I
again.
bring them.
You-
Even
yeah.
when it's like, here's
Extra bucks.
$3 extra. Yeah, I put it on my refrigerator, and then I
Never.
remember it 5 weeks later.
Never. But if you do that way, then,
And
all in
also,
one trip.
yeah, you've only got like a week,
A window,
week and a half
yeah.
to
Yeah.
use the coupons that they give you.
Does anyone need to tell anyone else to get fucked?
I do.
Yes,
I
please.
do, and it almost came up when we were talking about dogs pooping.
Okay.
Look, it's not. First of all, it's not that hard. You've got a dog. It's not that hard to just pick up the poop of your dog.
Right.
It's not that hard. I understand sometimes, like, oh fuck, I didn't have any bags, and there's no, like, let's say avocado leaves, which are large, to help me, like, at least move this out of the path.
He knows that from pooping in fields.
Yeah, they're very soft.
Institutional knowledge.
Very soft. That's why I don't have hemorrhoids. Avocado leaves and pooping in fields. What is absolutely insane to me is when you see somebody is like, I've gathered it up.
Oh, yeah.
I do not want to carry this
And they just
around.
leave it.
I'm going to leave it here. I'm like, if I see, have you never seen
I've
that?
never seen
I've
that.
It's like a
that.
bagged
Yeah.
up poop
That's
sitting on.
insane.
If I see somebody do that, I swear to God, like, I'm going to lose my fucking mind on that person.
Yeah,
It
that-
is the craziest.
That's
thing
almost
I've ever
worse
seen.
because you're going through the effort to bag it, just deliberately not following through and throwing it away.
Also tied in with this is like, oh, I've bagged it up. Your bins are out. I'll put it in your bin. Fine. My trash is on the street. Somebody wants to go through my recycling. Great. Do it, man. Fucking live your best life. Or, like, earn your money because you can't earn it. Like, whatever. Have it. But, like, the people who are like, I'm going to throw this away, and they throw it in a green bin.
Yeah.
Or they throw
Oh,
it in
yeah.
a blue bin.
Right.
It's like, you know what bin
You
it
know.
goes in.
Yeah, I know.
You know what bin, you know it's not recyclable, and you know that it's not compostable. Put it in the fucking trash, you monster.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes, that is true.
So it's just because then it's like, if it's in the green bin, it's like, I gotta fucking fish this out because I have a conja. I know they're
Wait,
doing
what
their-
happened? Just asking hypothetically, what happens if you put it in the green bin?
Well, then it's not. It's the green bins are not supposed to have animal feces in them
That's
for composting.
okay.
And there's no guarantee that the bag that it's in is by the time I see it in there, how do I know if it's compostable? or
Got
not?
it.
But even if it is, the poop's not supposed to be in there.
The
And
poop really isn't supposed to
Isn't
be in
poop
there. I
not
thought people
compost?
took the scoops and just went straight to their green can.
No, it's not supposed to be in there. Not in Burbank, anyway.
Not in Burbank, anyway.
You were
Not
fancy.
in
Or
Burbank.
those fancy.
We only want a
toaster ovens.
special kind of poop in our compost.
Yeah.
No, so that I will fucking fit, and especially if it's in like recycling. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, when they put stuff in the blue can.
Do you remember, Daniel, when we lived at our old place? I was interviewing someone the next day, and I had received like a DVD of their show, and I accidentally threw it out. And so you fished through the trash for it with a guy who was going through our trash. He had a headlamp. He was going through our
He
trash
helped
for
you.
cans. He had a headlamp, and he helped you find it.
Yeah, he was really nice.
That was so nice.
Yeah, he
That
was.
is nice.
It was real community.
It really, you guys
Yes,
came
yeah.
together to
Sesame
help me
Street.
interview Ken Jeong, I think is who it was. Okay. All right. Wait, so we're saying go fuck yourself to people who leave their
People-
bags.
Yeah, people who bag up the poop, but then just leave it, or also piggybacking along with that, put it in the wrong bin.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
Daniel, do you
No,
want
I
to
don't.
get it?
I don't.
Or Tony, do you?
Yeah, a quickie. This kind of tour related, but it applies to airports a lot too. People that put their bags in a seat.
Oh.
Like, it drives me crazy on tour because usually, like in the dressing room, it's usually not that big, and then everybody just like there's only a handful of places to sit, and then they put their bag, like their backpack, on the seat.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy, and then everybody does that at the airport. And quick little story. I was flying home the other day, and I had a layover in Salt Lake City, and I was thinking about this because I was like half the seats were just bags, and I was trying to find somewhere to sit. I finally sat somewhere, and there's a guy next to me, and I hear him go, "Excuse me, is your name Tony?" And I look at him.
Thinking you're getting recognized?
Yes. And he's not looking at me. He's looking over. And Tony Hawk's sitting across from us.
Oh my God.
So you're like, yes, my name. Oh, Tony.
That is very funny.
Funny thing. Oh, you're not talking. Great.
So that was just a little side thing. But yeah, people will put bags on seats.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
And lastly, though I do have a Just Me or Everyone, we're going to hold that for next time because of time. Let's do Podcast Pals product picks.
Podcast Pals product picks.
So I actually have one. I'm a little bit on the fence with this. I don't think I've ever done this before, but I don't know if any of you guys are aware of this peel off lip stain liner thing that the ladies are all like on TikTok. You'll see people put lip liner on and it's like almost black. And you're like, what's going on? And then they peel it off and it leaves like a nice stain. So I had posted a story a while ago asking like, is this a trend I need to get involved with? And I have a makeup artist who follows me and she's like, absolutely not. But I disregarded her advice and I bought it anyway. Because Billie Eilish swears by nude and it's spelled Noohde. And the brand is Sashayu.
No, it isn't.
It's
not spelled like that.
It's
so
Sashayu, Sacheau or something like that. It's like Sashayu lip liner. But for some reason, when people say it, on TikTok, I always hear ChatGPT lip liner. Maybe it's Sachi. I don't understand the difference between what I'm hearing. Anyway, I bought it and it was kind of cool. It's like fun to peel it off. You have to leave it on for like 10 minutes though, which gets uncomfortable. But then I tried a different color, pinked, which has a lot. It's very pigmented.
Pinked?
What? PINKD.
PYNQU.
I know.
TT.
And the
Accent.
corners of my lips are like a little bit dry from having trouble peeling it off. But I like the color. I do like the way it lasts. I like the color. I'm just having a little bit of issue with the peel off action. But anyway, it is available on Amazon. Prime Day is coming up. July is an important month for people like me who have Amazon stores. So guys, get your ChatGPT lip liner, Sachieu, in shade nude. Nude or pink.
Nude.
She died saying nude. Amazon.com/shop/Allison Rosen. Go to my Podcast Pals product. I'll put it in there. I want to know what you guys think of it. I'm still on the fence, but I like the color. I just don't know if I like the delivery method. Okay.
I have a couple questions.
Yeah.
One, is it like a fake mustache, like that you put on? It has like a back.
No, it comes in a tube.
Okay.
With a wand.
Okay.
And so you just apply it like you would a regular lip gloss. But then you wait 10 minutes and it's extremely dark. It's almost black. And then you peel it off and it leaves a nice stain. But the darker one I'm finding does not. The other one peels off in a really satisfying way. So you just peel it off and there's just a little bit of color left behind. This one, it's like, it doesn't peel off like in one sheet. There's kind of like chunks left and then you got to like really dig at it and then it irritates your lips.
Well, and then can you put chapstick over it?
Yes,
and it doesn't
that's
take
what
it
you
away.
do. No, it lasts
the
like
color
all
stays.
day. It's
Okay.
it's really pretty. And then you put, lip gloss or what have you over it and it looks good. Maybe I just need to leave it on longer for it to peel. I don't know. It's maybe I have a bad tube. All right.
You got great lips, though.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm sure
I applied it. I don't know today. I applied it yesterday, so I think there's still a little bit of Daniel is
there is
falling
some
asleep.
color. There is some color.
Daniel fell asleep, guys.
It seems
I'm
like
fascinated.
it seems like a product that would be really fun for pranking people with,
I think so. Yes.
because you could just put lines all over their
face. Like a
And then-
slumber party kind
Yes.
of deal.
Yeah.
They wake
You
up.
could give them a red how did you pronounce it?
Mustache.
Okay.
Yes.
But
Mustache.
yeah, so instead of it's the new Sharpie.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
It's like the joke. So
You
it
could
will
cut
come-
it. You
yeah.
could, sort of spell out penis on
Yeah,
their forehead.
right.
Yeah.
And they have to peel it off, and it'd still be there.
Yep.
Be branded.
Yep.
All right. Who else has a product?
I do. I was looking up to try to find. There's a specific one, but I guess a lot of people make them. Look, I like a good book light, right? I like having a book light. My kids, I don't know how many book lights I've bought, and I don't know where they are in the house, but I've probably bought 20.
Wow.
And I can probably find 3 in the house. No idea where they've ended up. So, like, I basically asked for one for Father's Day. And I was like, I would really like one that is my own. And so I have to protect this with my life. But I got from Wendy and my kids one that has, it's nice because it's got it's sort of like a rectangular bar. And the best part is a lot of them have 3 different levels of light. This has also 3 different warmths of light.
Ooh.
And so you can go full yellow kind of light, which is very nice and soothing. You could also, I guess, if you're a serial killer, do that icy blue inhuman. I want to feel like I'm reading at a hospital room or something. But you can do that if you want. Anyway, it's great because it's got the 3 different levels for each of them. And also it's kind of a satisfying shape because it's like a bar. So then it illuminates the book a little more evenly. So there's should I say who
say
by?
who it is. And then also, if you can, send me the link.
There's one. This may not be the one, but it looks very similar, by Gritin, Gritin. But I will send you the link of the one that I have. I rushed out of the house and forgot to grab it.
No worries.
But it's also just
Are
satisfyingly built. And
you reading in a dark room?
Yes.
So the lights are out, but you're reading. Gotcha.
Or sometimes in kind of a if I sometimes use it downstairs because the lights in our family room are not very if you turn on the ones that would help it to read, it's also
too bright,
upsetting.
Yeah,
it's an upsetting amount of light.
Got it.
So I don't like a dark house. I've been to people's houses where it's every light is turned off everywhere.
I hate that.
I do like lights on, but it's still not the best for reading.
Gotcha.
So I do like a good book light.
I will say a woman of a certain age doesn't enjoy light as much.
But a woman of a
and
certain
that's
age
me.
needs light to see. This woman
Okay,
does.
I guess so. Yeah, but it's just the
it's too much.
overheads are, yeah.
Yeah.
And so my husband and I fight about it. He's like, can we have a little bit of light? And I'm like, no.
Oh, we're the opposite. Because Daniel's got, the light on his phone that only he has access to on his phone. He tried to set up, it wouldn't go on my phone,
It doesn't
how
work
it is.
on her phone. I don't know.
So I'll walk in and I'll be like, did you adjust the light? I can always feel it. I can feel the difference.
She wants to live like she's on a 3-camera sitcom.
I just can't
Just
see.
fully lit.
See,
light.
I can't see otherwise.
Wendy and I have this too. She's sensitive to bright lights, which I am empathetic to, but then when it's time to do dishes or whatever, it's
yeah, you can't
please
see.
turn on all of the lights in the kitchen. I will not work I'm Little House on the Prairie or something. We have light.
I'm trying to give the dog medicine. I can't see what
Right.
I'm doing.
Yeah
Is
I
me
agree.
all the time.
I agree.
Okay.
I don't know. When I dim the lights, I always feel
Yeah.
And I
it's
feel
just
feels
such
better.
a
It just
relief.
feels better.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever.
What?
Have your friggin' lights.
Jeff, are you okay? I know you need to go.
I'm okay right now.
Okay. Do you have a product, Brooke?
Well, it was funny. We brought up the food earlier that I only eat, but this is something I eat to feel healthy. Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. Have you
Great.
ever had these? I love the smokehouse. But man, I found these honey roasted and it is like candy. And so I feel like I'm eating very healthy.
Yeah, a handful of nuts.
Right.
Everyone recommends
Right,
that.
everyone recommends. But I don't
have it in
want
your purse
the
in case you
raw,
get peckish.
unsalted or whatever. I have
Yeah.
to have the one that's the worst for me, which I used to think was the smokehouse. Because have you ever got, when you get to the bottom of the smokehouse,
just
and
pure
salt and
Yeah.
it's so fantastic.
And then you just snort that, and you're
I
like,
just snort it right up. But yeah, so I don't know why that has been a thing for me lately. Are the
Honey
blue
roasted.
Blue Diamond? I believe it.
yeah.
You got to go Blue Diamond.
Yeah. Brand matters.
Yeah, honey roasted, and you can get that big bag.
I once had to Google. I was like, can can I poison myself by eating too many almonds? Because that's
Right.
where they got
Peach pits?
no. What's the poison? Is it
Arsenic?
ricin? Arsenic. It's arsenic, not ricin.
Comes from almonds.
That's the only poison I know. I
believe
just
so.
guessed.
I believe so. But I was like, can you eat too many? And you can, but it would be a lot. But I mean, when I eat almonds, I do eat a lot. They're like, have 12 or 13. I'm like, at a time? like that's
Bags?
just 12 or 13. And then I stop eating almonds? I mean, have you seen the size of the bags? Come on.
Yeah.
12 or 13.
I saw I don't know if it was a tweet or a meme. And if it was a tweet or a thread or whatever, I'm sorry if I'm not giving credit to the person, but it was like a serving of chips is 10 or 12 chips. I eat 10 to 12 chips deciding if I want to have chips.
Yeah, the serving thing is insane. I think that's an
insulting.
FU for next time.
Yes,
I mean,
agree.
It's ridiculous. Like a can of soup, 2 serving, and you're like, what?
Yeah. I don't think so. Anyone else? Seems like we're good. I would like to thank everyone for coming on this show. This was delightful. And every
Sure
time I
was.
see tuna on a menu, I look forward to our new overpriced toaster, the toaster that's a toaster oven.
And when's your birthday? You're going to get that?
August.
Yeah. I guess it's either that. I'm actually thinking about a sewing machine. I want to learn to hem my own pants and stuff.
Wow.
So
I have a pair of pants that needs to be hemmed, and I would.
my own. Did you forget that part?
Oh, come on.
Oh, you're only going to sew for yourself?
Yes.
That's not how being a parent works. I know you're not my parent, but
Your mom
To
would sew
clarify.
for everyone after
I
she's
know.
done the laundry and
My mom.
dusted and
I
washed
know.
the car.
They say you marry your mom. I didn't.
no, his mom is like so, trad wife. Well, she's not trad wife. She's very accomplished, but she's like good at all the trad wife things.
She does all this stuff.
she can do it all.
She likes being in the kitchen. I just like being in the kitchen and then out of the kitchen. Like I go in and
Just
out.
long enough to
Make
grab
coffee
a
or-
couple of bags of chips to see which one you want to eat.
Pop something in the microwave.
You like being
and
in
I'm
the
out.
way in the kitchen.
That is fair. Jeff, do you have anything to promote?
I guess just Brooke and my podcast, 9 Chickweed Rage, which you can find on all of the services. Or
Tell them about what's coming up.
9 Chickweed. Our 3-year anniversary.
3-year anniversary.
Wow.
And how many are 10,000 listeners? What?
We don't have, that's just total downloads in 3 years. It's
Right.
not much. It is not much.
a
Brooke.
lot.
That's
It
a
is
lot
not.
of people.
That's a
It is-
lot.
it's
Tell
not
the
that many
countries.
people.
Tell the new
It's-
countries.
no, it's
Tell
not
the new
that many
countries
pe-
that are listening.
Brooke is saying like 9,000 or 10,000.
You get
That's
multiple
total
countries?
downloads
Do they
lifetime.
get 9
Worldwide.
Chickweed? Do they
I
know?
know.
Do they know?
We laugh about
Malaysia,
that. We're like, what are they
and
thinking?
Norway,
when they,
right?
Malaysia and Norway are the latest.
There's people who
you
move
could
there
do a global tour.
who've taken their hate for that comic with them.
Yeah.
And you are their outlet.
The fascinating thing to me is every episode is still downloaded multiple times in Ukraine. I'm like, you guys
Love it.
have so much going on. Thank you for taking
need
the
an
time
oasis.
out. I mean,
They do. They just need to listen to a
wild.
couple of ding dongs talk about nothing.
Fucking wild to me. It's like, okay, I mean, thanks for listening, but wow, hope you guys are okay.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
But yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's-
world
Domination.
Is- but here's a question.
podcast.
What's worse, the comic or the war in Ukraine?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do it, Brooke. Don't do it. I know what you want to say.
What's worse?
I know what you
What's
wanna
worse? Think
say.
about it like for humanity, like globally.
Bruh.
Chickweed affects
Right.
more
Shit
people
together,
globally.
Brooke. Keep
This
it
is really
together.
hard. This is really hard.
Beg
And
of you.
Yeah,
I
like
think-
war.
That's just like a
Wars
localized.
come and go. They're
Right.
bad. They're
Yeah.
bad. I'm not going to
Don't-
defending war, but
Don't get on her
The
side.
war
on
will
this.
end. The war will end. These
this
comics
will
will
never- it will
persist.
Seems like it will
They will
not.
live forever.
That part of it you're right about.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's about all I have to promote.
All right.
You
We
know.
should also mention the Great North, of course.
The Great
North,
North.
Wendy's
Yeah, I
show,
get
The
to
Great
work
North.
on
It's-
sometimes.
That's right.
Ooh.
Brooke works on that. That's something for you to promote.
Yes.
Yes, Brooke,
The
what
Great North.
would you like to let us know about?
You know what? I did just get a little recur on a new cartoon called Motel Transylvania.
Oh, cool.
It's, I think, the hotel, and now they've bought a motel, the vampires.
Okay.
God, they
Okay. You don't know?
are spreading.
I think that's what.
It truly sounded like how your mom would describe it. And now they've bought a motel, the vampires. So it's a motel.
Who do you play?
I play the neighbor that wants to shut down the motel.
Okay.
So I'm the Karen, basically.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, and then I also, I've done one episode. I got to do like zombie voices. And,
Great.
You know,
Great.
How fun.
yeah, it's really fun. I'm very excited.
Daniel,
What?
anything?
No, what?
Startled.
No, we're doing
Plugs.
plugs. I got nothing.
Okay, great.
Jeez.
Did I interrupt your plug, Brooke?
No,
Or did
no,
you wrapped it up.
no.
Okay.
I'm wrapped.
And Tony.
There's a brand new Motion City soundtrack single out called She Is Afraid. You can get that wherever you get music now. There's also a video if you care about
Let's
that.
get Tony another gold
Oh,
record.
I know how much you love the videos. You love doing the videos.
Your
Tony.
dog is in the video, which you had
did.
not told me, and you know I like to know everything ahead of time.
Well, it was there was a possibility ahead of time that was
Okay.
going to happen, and then
weren't
it
sure.
did
What
happen,
kind of
so-
dog?
French bulldog.
Bentley.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass out.
He's the best.
Oh my God, so cute. I'm so furious right now.
Yeah.
I have cute aggression, and I want to bust this microphone in half. The French bulldog. What's
Yeah.
the name?
Bentley. He's the best. He's the
I'm
best.
dizzy.
Yeah.
What do you call him? Your beefy son?
Yeah, I mean, any kind of beef-related name.
Sure, just a little
Yeah.
loaf of
Yeah.
But
So yeah,
no
you can see him.
mushrooms, right?
No
In the
mushrooms.
meatloaf.
No
Yeah.
mushrooms.
Come on.
Yeah, that video's on YouTube. You can see him in that briefly. And then our first new record in over, or no, I guess over a decade with me. Same Old Wasted Wonderful World. Sorry, I can't speak. Coming out September 19th.
Wow.
So you can
Very
pre-order
exciting.
that now wherever you do that
I
stuff.
like that title.
This is the secret I knew about for so long, and I was sworn to secrecy. This is a bit I have going with myself about how I knew this secret. But I did, and I didn't tell anyone.
So proud of you.
Very exciting. Okay. Everyone, Patreon, Substack, blah, blah, blah. Follow us everywhere. Thank you. Everyone, thank you for joining me. Listeners, thank you for listening. I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Hey, do you know about the Allison Rosen show?